behalf of the UAE Ministry of Climate Change and Environment, I am honored to welcome you to the first Green Retreat.
This meeting with friends and colleagues from across government and private sector is a true reflection of the spirit of togetherness that marks the holy month of Ramadan. And it's the year that we will be hosting one of the most important global events in the world, COP28. Friends, climate change is real, and I'm not sure if you all realize how fast we, the global community, are wasting and emitting. Our leadership, led by our President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, is taking this challenge head-on, committing to our role as a global convener. And this is why we are all here today, to align and amplify and unite for climate action. Hosting COP28, an event of such critical global importance here in the UAE, is really an exceptional testament to the vision of our leadership.
We in the UAE and the GCC more broadly are fortunate enough to have the first, the political will, and the second, the resource that would allow us to invest in green transformation. I'm pleased to outline some initiatives and policies that the Ministry of Economy is working on. In addition, some new proposals in line with the overall policy priorities of our government in tackling global climate crisis. We are ready to share policy experience, technical expertise at COP28, and regarding any initiative related to the blue economy or nature-based solutions more broadly.
What UAE have done, I think, in terms of energy and energy transition is remarkable. The efficiency is something that we always working on and we will continue doing. So demand side management, trying to convince the people to build smartly, build smaller, and use less energy is a must. Hydrogen is coming, and hydrogen hopefully is going to help reducing the emissions as a fuel. We have a challenge with the price currently, but the hope is in the future we can reduce it. The speed of the transition currently is not going to tackle the challenge or deal with the risk that Maryam have showed us unless we do it faster. And doing it faster, we understand it will come at a cost. Understanding the cost and convincing everyone to contribute to it worldwide is what we will try to do during our host of COP28.
Every single student, every single person, every single business, their own behavior collectively is a massive force. So we're approaching this in multiple ways. We are not in the direction of setting a specific subject in social studies. We want to integrate across. So as an example, when a child learns about solar power, when they go to study maths, they'll be asked to calculate the amount of square meters you would need to get sufficient power. When they go study science, they'll understand how does water desalination works. When they go into English, for example, they'll have a topic or a literature piece about Sheikh Zayed and his passion for sustainability. Our students have high expectations. Our country is looking really into the future.
As pointed out by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, COP28 will be the UAE's most important event this year. Supported by our cultural agenda and the national cultural and creative industry strategies, we are on track to boost the nation's creative economy. The Ministry of Culture and Youth shall continue to forge the dialogue within the Climate Heritage Network. Discussions on the role of climate in mitigating the risks of climate change secured significant gains, and we shall continue to build the momentum to scale up the culture climate action at COP28.
Today we will dive into some very important topics during our thematic council sessions. By the end of our discussions, we hope to have actionable ideas that can be implemented to boost our nation's sustainability efforts further.
We had 3 areas of suggestions: supply side, demand side, and emergency supply strategies. using various technologies and AI to decrease water losses, especially in the agricultural sector.
So just to give you a few examples, providing incentives to private companies to develop technology that would help waste management to become more efficient, including, for example, through grants. For the government, it can be revising building codes so that new buildings can include efficient technology that leads to energy use reduction and, for example, using solar power and other renewable sources.
We framed the topics that we're working on into four pillars: community activity, education activities, energy activities, and also economic activity. More than 50% of the energy consumption in the country is from cooling, and there are some mechanisms that can be used to reduce that energy consumption. We also looked at green learning and making sure that sustainability is incorporated in the curriculum from an early stage on topics such as renewable energy and also hydrogen.
And so the first initiative is related to the creation of Food Security Fund that's intended to invest in many of the food security projects and food security initiatives in the country.
A manufacturer plan can be assessed against certain criteria.
Direct investment into sustainable finance and also attract foreign direct investments into the UAE.
We have divided our discussion to three main domains: land and maritime and aviation.
Your contributions and teamwork have helped us to move toward a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future for our country. I wish you all the best as we continue working together, and may you enjoy a healthy and blessed Ramadan. Thank you all for joining us today.